Good evening, everyone. This is Rajendran here, joining from AlgoMojo. So I'm the co-founder of AlgoMojo, and in today's session, what we are going to talk about is how to use AlgoMojo, particularly how you can send automated orders from TradingView to AlgoMojo, and what are the features of AlgoMojo. That is what we're going to explore in today's session. So next 1 hour, the entire talk is all about how to connect your TradingView strategies from TradingView, how you can transmit to AlgoMojo. Now, let's say, first of all, I'll go to TradingView. You know, TradingView is one of the popular trading softwares here. This TradingView application, right? So it's been, right, it's one of the top 100 websites in the world these days. Most of the traders, fund managers, even institutions also these days, they started using TradingView. Right, from even not only fund managers, even brokers also, they started providing applications, some of the open source application from TradingView. Brokers started using those things. Now, let's say if I go to the charting functionality, the best part here is like you can get access to global markets. Let's say you want to access Nifty futures. It is always possible from here. Nifty futures, current month futures, and next month futures. Not only Nifty futures, but also equity markets. Futures markets, NSE futures market, and also you will get access to the commodity markets as well. If you want to access commodities, right now crude oil, I'll pull up crude oil here. You just simply type MCX colon. So the MCX colon, you know that is exchange name, and you will get access to the MCX current month contract and next month contract. If you want the contract level data, October month contract alone, you can also get that non-continuous contract. So this is more of a continuous contract, means one contract ends, the another contract will be automatically stitched over here. Now, the best part here is like I can automate. So first of all, I want to do one thing. So this is, I'm just logging in an incognito mode here. So it's not logged in. So I'll go and close this tab. I'll try to pull up my tab over here, because that contains the access to my account. So I'll be logged into my account. First of all, I'll go to Nifty futures or something, Nifty. Okay. So Nifty right now, the markets are not live. So maybe in that case, we'll do one thing. We'll try to get access to crude oil itself, because crude oil, you can try some strategy and then we'll try to get some execution also. So crude oil futures, MCX, I'll try to bring it. For testing purpose, I want to keep it as a 1 minute time frame, right? And I'm going to trigger in one of the broker. So let's say I'm going to pull up one of the broker here called tj.algomojo.com. I already logged into that particular broker's account, and it's a test account, by the way. And here, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to build a simple strategy. The strategy can be any strategy. I'm going to show you that strategy. I'm going to show you how you can connect any strategy and how you can transmit any orders from tradingview.com and how you can automate your trades to AlgoMojo. So before to that, I'll give a small glimpse why AlgoMojo. AlgoMojo, the reason is you get completely end-to-end free access to automation. And you also get a pool of brokers which are connected with AlgoMojo. Right now, if you go to open an account, anybody who is opening a trading account under AlgoMojo, traders will get unlimited access to, when I say unlimited access, lifetime access to AlgoMojo to transmit any orders from any of the applications to any number of accounts using AlgoMojo. Right, so these are the list of supported brokers. Right now, we've been working with Fire, Samco, and Zerodha. Almost these portals are already ready. So for Fires, it is fy.algomojo.com, and for SM, it is like I think sm.algomojo.com is for Samco. It's still not ready yet, but then it will be ready in some time. And probably for Zerodha, it is ze.algomojo.com. Right. So yes, these are the applications which will be launched shortly. But then those applications we are working on. Otherwise, the other brokers like Alice Blue, Angel Broking, Upstox, TradeGenie, Zebu, Faststock are already done. And most likely Fire, Samco, and Zerodha, probably this month, we are planning to go live in October. Now, coming back to the topic here, right? So from here, I'm going to take a simple trading system is what I'm going to take it over here. So where I can find the sample code for automating my very first trading strategy. If you ask me, I will lead you to simplified, just Google simplified algo execution trading view. So you'll be end up getting in an AlgoMojo page. So this page contains a brief discussion how to connect your automated trading strategy. So these are the modules which I built for Alice Blue, Angel Broking, Trade-Genie, Upstocks, and Zebu. So in my case, I'm going to use a particular broker, Trade-Genie. However, this same module is also compatible with Alice Blue also, Zebu also, because all these brokers, they use Nest as a backend. So since all the brokers are using Nest as a backend, the code is interconnected. So means the same code, you can design it for Trade-Genie also, Alice Blue also, Zebu also. But then for Angel Broking and Upstocks, they are having a different messaging structure. So one have to understand the code accordingly, and then they have to start using it. So what I'm going to show you is a simple trading view code, which is a simple super trend code is what I'm going to show you. So I'll go to that module. So this module contains total 4 blocks, right? Actually, I'm going to explain one of block one by one. Before to that, I'll show you the configuration, how you should configure. So here is the super trend PineScript code for Alice Blue, Trade-Genie, and Zebu. So I'll copy this code. Right, and then I'll go to my trading view. I'll open my PineScript editor. PineScript editor is where we can write our own trading strategy. We can backtest it. Even we can automate it also. Now, this is a complete set of module. I'll save it as a different name here. I click on save as. I'll say like AlgoMojo trading strategy. I'll also give a broker name like Trade-Genie. Okay, this is a broker name. Trade-Genie and Alice Blue. Both are Bangalore-based discount broker, and Zebu itself, I believe they are Chennai-based discount brokers. Anyways, so I'll go to add to the chart. Here is the adding to the chart is there. So before adding to the chart, what you have to do here is, I'll remove it. I'll go to PineScript editor. First thing that you have to do is you have to set the API key and API secret key. So where you can get the API key and API secret key, you have to go to AlgoMojo and you have to go to the My API section. Once you already open a trading account, automatically within 24 hours, right, your API key and API secret key account will be automatically extended to lifetime access. So by default, you'll be seeing some 10,000 days will be added. But then if it is in the future, it will be upgraded again. One more time, you'll be getting a lifetime access. So you don't need to worry about those things. And I'll get the API key and API secret key configuration over here. So your own API key and your own API secret key. You should not share it. In my case, I'm doing that because I'll be regenerating the secret key every time. Every now and then I'll be keep on generating. So otherwise it is like a door to your trading account. It is as good as like sharing your login ID and password. So don't share it with any of your friends or even with your family. So keep it yourself, keep it secretive, right? So here, the API key and API secret key, I am generating over here. Now followed by that, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to have a strategy name. So the strategy name, I can give any strategy name. I'll say like super trend strategy. I'll give a name to that. Super trend strategy. And then product alias is default. The trading symbol, what trading symbol that you want to trade? So maybe in my case, I want to trade in crude oil. So I'll say crude oil contract. So crude oil symbol name, if you don't know, you can always get it from AlgoMojo. If you go to the dashboard, there is a search box is there. Here you can go and type, let's say crude oil. The moment you type crude oil, you'll be able to get that contract, crude oil, or just type crude oil futures. You'll get only the future symbols. Already crude oil October future has been already launched over here. I'll copy this future symbol. I'll bring it to my code. Okay. I'll bring it to my code over here. And the next one is like, I want to check which exchange I want. So I'll say like M6 is the exchange I want. All these are controls. So you can save it accordingly. Let's say I'll save it. I'll do a save. And then I'll add it to the chart as well. So first thing is like enter the API key and API secret key. Add it to the charts. Okay. So once you add it to the charts, you will be seeing the controls over here. See that if you go to the settings, you'll be able to see the controls. This is super trend controls. You can decide what controls you want, and the ATR and multiplier, which will determine the stop loss and the trailing stop loss it controls. So followed by that, here is the trading symbol control. So crude oil 21 October futures, MCX. Let's say I want to trade one lot. I want to send a market order, and I want to send a NRML order. NRML means regular margin. And then I'll press OK here. Once the configuration, everything is set, I'll press OK. Now, doing the settings alone will not punch any order. You have to create a trading view alert. So let me do one thing. I'll clear all the alerts here. First of all, I'll remove all the alerts. What are the alerts I configured? I'll just remove it from my screen. So that it'll be, I'll also clear the other alerts also, clear the locks. I keep it clean. Here, probably this crude oil 1 month contract, right? Crude oil, what I need is a current month contract. Okay, here is a current month contract. Super trend is also there. I'll also do one more thing. I'll also ensure that for faster signals, I'll also use the ATR as 1. So that we'll be able to get a hit also. Okay, so faster signals, faster it will be entering and exiting and giving signals over here. Now, how to configure the alert? It is very simple. You have to follow the procedure which is given in the link. I'll also share you the link also. This link I'm sharing in the Zoom chat section. I'm just sharing it. So you can also take this URL and you can see the procedure step by step. So what I am going to do here is, after getting this thing, what I have to do here is I have to go to the alert configuration. How I can go to create an alert? There are multiple ways you can create an alert. You can select the settings over here. There's a triple dot over here. Click on that and add an alert. So automatically the condition will say super trend. So it should say super trend over here. Ensure that webhook URL is clicked. Webhook URL, or if you want pop-up alert, you can send a pop-up alert. If you want to send an email alert, you can send that. Now in this webhook URL, right, what you have to do here is that corresponding broker's webhook URL is what you have to do. So how do I know which URL I have to transmit? It's very simple. Again, you go to the AM API documentation section, go to place order. I'm going to place the order here. So if I want to place the order for that particular broker, so this AB stands for Alice Blue, TJ stands for Tradegenie, ZB stands for Zebu, and MT stands for Master Trust. So here I'm going to bring Tradegenie API, because for this example, I'm using Tradegenie as a broker in an example here. I'll copy this endpoint URL. This endpoint URL, I'm going to configure it in the webhook URL section. Okay. So followed by that, I'm going to give a name. I'm going to say like super trend alerts, super trend alerts hyphen Tradegenie. Okay. And then message. The message is going to be very simple. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to put a open braces. Double the times I'm going to put a open braces. I'm going to say strategy dot. So I also given that information in the blog itself. So what you should do, strategy dot order dot alert underscore message. So this is a dynamic message. We call it as an watch. What they call it? They call it as an it's more of a dynamic placeholders. So they call it as a webhook placeholders. Using this webhook placeholder, we can use PineScript to transmit. Whenever there's a buy signal is coming in, I will be sending a buy signal messages along with buy quantity, which symbol, everything I'll be transmitting using this message itself. Buying, I'll be sending a different message. For selling, I'll be sending a different messaging over here. So thereby messaging is kept very simple over here in this case. So strategy dot order dot alert underscore message. Okay, this is a simple thing that I'm going to transmit. I'll also close the braces as well. So strategy dot order dot alert underscore message. Let me also double check again. Strategy dot order dot alert underscore message followed by a double quotation. So yeah, so I'll click on create. Now once I'm done with that, what will happen? It will, you can see that the alert itself running on, you'll be able to see that the list of parameters it's saying, all the parameters, whatever the parameters that you set, all those parameters are displayed over here. The same parameter only it will be running. If in case, if you want to change the parameters, changing the parameter here alone will not make any difference. After changing the parameter, you have to update the alert also, or you have to delete the alert and you have to create a fresh alert over here. If in case if you are changing the time frame, if in case you are changing the parameters, every time you are changing some parameter, you have to create a new alert. So otherwise it may not work at all. That means every expiry, you have to create a new alert, because this time it is on 21st October futures. Once October futures are expired, then you want to change it to November. What do you have to do? You have to set November change it to November, press OK, and then you have to go and create one more alert. Thereby, any signals coming in, henceforth, it will be sending orders to November futures. Otherwise, what will happen? If you see this code is sending only to October futures. If you see that, it shows the list of parameters available over here. Okay, so let's try to look for some signals over here. Maybe it should generate a buy signal. I think it might take a little bit of time to generate, I believe. So parallelly, I'll also try to bring one more chart. Maybe I'll try to duplicate one more chart here. I'll try to bring another chart here. Maybe here I'll try to bring something like maybe natural gas. I'll try to bring it over here. Natural gas. So you can run as many strategies that you want. The best part with TradingView is once you log into TradingView, once the alert is set, you can set and forget. You can close TradingView also. That's the best part. Because the alerts are always running in the cloud. Remember one thing, orders will not trigger from charts. Orders will trigger only from the alert section only. Okay, so let's say I'll go to MCX natural gas. Same strategy, I'm going to deploy it probably on a 1 minute time frame. So I'm having a 1 minute time frame over here. Oops, so here it's supposed to be, this chart supposed to be crude oil. The other one is, looks like it is interconnected. Looks like both are interconnected. If I change one, the other one is also changing. Okay, doesn't matter. Already super trend is running for crude oil. I'll close it into, I'll change it into one itself. So I'll change this to natural gas. So for this natural gas, I'm going to create a strategy. Let's say everything is going to be the same thing. The only change in settings here is the natural gas October contract. Natural gas 21 October contract, OCT. So everything is going to be the same thing. I'll press OK. I'll go and create the alert. I'll add the alert. I'll say like super trend alert, nat gas. Okay. And here I'm going to do the same thing over here. The thing what I'm going to show here is strategy dot. It's the same thing I'm going to add dot order dot alert underscore message. Okay. Is it alert or alerts? It is alert. So it's singular. So I'll click on create. So all those alerts I'm just creating over here. So now I'm having super trend alerts for natural gas also, super trend alerts for the other one also. So super trend natural gas is getting triggered over here. So in that case, what will happen? Any alerts which are getting triggered over here, the alert will be going to Algo Mojo. So let's say if you go and check in the order log section, you'll be able to see that the order for natural gas is getting triggered. However, you can see that the error message, there's an error message I'm getting over here, means our error occurred, the trading symbol does not exist. That means what? Probably I would have been in a hurry, I would have configured it that it's an October future, but maybe the October future in natural gas is not available. So I have to reconfigure it. I'll do one thing. I'll go to natural gas. Natural gas. Oops. Natural gas. October future. Let's say this is a symbol, right? Natural gas 21 October future. It's the same thing I had entered. Maybe I would have made some silly mistakes. I'll go to the settings. Check natural gas 21 October FUT. However, the symbol here is natural gas 21 October FUT. I don't know what is the difference between the two. Both are same only, no? Okay, that's a spelling mistake here. I'm sorry. That's a small spelling mistake. So I'll do one thing. I'll save it. So since the trading symbol is wrong, I'll save it again. Once I save it, I'll delete the older one. So this, I'll delete this Supertrend alert because I have to update the symbol, right? So once I had an updated symbol, I'll create a new alert. So I realized that is something wrong with that thing. So I'll just change it. I'll say like Supertrend natural gas alert. Okay. Then here, as usual, it is strategy dot order dot alert underscore message and then double quotation created. So now two alerts are running over here simultaneously. If in case if you don't want to run any of the strategy, let's say I want to pass crude oil, you can always pass it. If you don't want to run, you can always pass it. Only whatever you are running, those orders will be sent to AlgoMojo. But then remember, there are 2 points you should remember here. Number one, let me give you in points itself. Oops, not this, but then notepad. Or probably I'll get my notice board over here. So remember one thing, there are 2 points to remember. So points to remember. In case of TradingView, it is create alert, kind of set and forget. You set it and forget it. Automatically it will keep on running. You don't need to log into TradingView every day, right? So means no need to log into TradingView unless there are parameter changes are there, parameter or time frame change, or you want to change the trading symbol or trading symbol change. Only in that case only you have to delete the old alert and you have to create a new alert. Number two, very important one have to log into AlgoMojo on a daily basis. At least once you have to log in. After that, you can close the tab, but you should not log off. So as long as login is active, as long as login is active, automated orders are accepted. This is one important thing. And number three, very, very important thing here, right? So while login to AlgoMojo, so avoid using nested terminals or mobile terminals. Okay, this is applicable particularly for the brokers like Alice Blue, some mid-sized brokers, right? Alice Blue or TradeGenie or the other broker like Zebu. So these brokers, they are allowing only one access at any given time. So you can either use AlgoMojo, or you can use Nest Terminal, or you can use mobile terminal. So only one login, only one session is allowed with these kind of brokers. But there are certain brokers are there. Brokers like Angel Broking, Angel One. So these days it's not Angel Broking, it's Angel One, or Zerodha, or Upstocks or First Stock. So they are managing sessions. They are managing multiple sessions. It means these brokers, they are allowing multiple sessions to run. So simultaneously you can access your mobile terminal also, web-based terminal also. You can use AlgoMojo also. That means simultaneously you can access web, exe, mobile, and also AlgoMojo as well. So there is no restriction in those kind of brokers. So it differs from broker to broker, it changes. So also ensure that whenever you're testing it, first test whether you're able to access AlgoMojo also simultaneously, and your exe application or mobile application or whatever the broker's application, are you able to access or not? Just give a test, right? So, but remember one thing, once you log off, that's the most another important point. Once you log off, automated orders will not be taken by AlgoMojo. So remember that always you have to ensure that logging is done. Even if you log in, you can log in from your any device. That's another best part. You can log in to AlgoMojo from any device. You have to use a Chrome browser, Chrome or Firefox, or the internet browser, IE browsers, IE Edge browsers. So all those modern browsers, AlgoMojo supports, and modern browsers. Even if you're using Android application also, you can open the Google Chrome application and you can transmit those details. Anyways, right now I think we are getting a hit. Let's see. So now this, again, one more natural gas is getting triggered. I believe this time that should be in proper order. If you go and check out over here, you could see that, go to the order log. You could have been able to see that the order has been placed. You can see that if the order is placed, you will be getting an order number confirmation. That means the order is passed on to the exchange. If I go to the order book, you'll be able to see that the natural gas, it has been bought. Of course, it got rejected because due to lack of funds. Now, coming back to the topic here, right? So we learned how to transmit using the test application. This is a test application is given in this link. I also shared this link as well. Now, what I am going to explain here is how I can connect my own trading strategy. Let's say you might be having some strategy from the TradingView application itself, or you might be generated your own strategies. How you have to design those strategies, how you can connect your own strategy with AlgoMojo, which are the modules that I have to connect so that my coding will be easily, I'll be able to connect my own trading strategy easier. So that is what I'm going to explain. So I'm going to take some other strategy. I hope now you understand how to connect this super trend strategy to transmit orders to AlgoMojo. It is not a complicated job at all. But then if you know a little bit of coding, or even without coding knowledge also, how I can connect my own trading strategy. This is a question of many traders' question. So let me address that question here. First of all, I'll close this strategy. So if you close this strategy, still trades will be sent to AlgoMojo. Just because you remove the chart strategy from the chart doesn't mean like strategy will stop running. Strategy will be always running from the alert section only. So if in case if you want to stop, you have to go and stop it over here. So I'm stopping those strategies. You can see that it says stopped manually. That means these strategies are not running. So the next one, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to pull up some strategy from the internet or from the public library itself. In fact, a lot of strategies are available in TradingView itself. If I click on indicators, in the search box, I'll go to public library and I simply type strategy, okay, strategy. So let us say here I'm having a strategy. Probably this is my script, so I'll go to public strategy. Let me try with some strategy here. Somebody is having a wave trend strategy. Let me pull up that wave trend strategy. Okay, let me check whether is there any proper buy sell signal or not. You pull up this wave trend strategy. You see that buy sell signals are getting displayed. What you should ensure that is that if you go to strategy backtester, you should be able to see the result, whether it is profitable or loss making. Later on, you can decide whether I can run the strategy or not. Right? Obviously, you should be able to see the long entry, short entry signals. So this kind of signals you can connect. If you are seeing this arrow marks and if you are seeing this strategy backtester, then the strategy can be easily connected with AlgoMojo with a very less coding effort. That less coding effort is what I'm going to explain what you should do. So here I'll go to the code first of all, ensure that you can able to open the code. I think the code itself here, open the source code. Now in this code, so this is a strategy code, right? This is more of a strategy code. This is more of a strategy code, but it looks like a very old format. So I'm not sure whether this can be done or not, because most of the code, what I designed is mostly for, okay, anyways, let me try it out, okay? Maybe it might work or not, I'm not sure, but let me try it out because this looks like it is a PineScript version, very old version. If the version is not displayed over here, probably it belongs to version 2. Maybe I'll try with some other code. Ensure that it supports the latest version equal to 4. Better let it supports only version 4 only. Version 3 and version 2, I'm not sure whether it's compatible or not, but better it is get it converted any code to version 4. Version 4 is what a latest PineScript code is all about. So I'll for time being, I'll remove this. I'll try to pick up some other strategy better. Maybe I'll say, so I'll take this parabolic SAR strategy, maybe a simple one, looks like. They have a buy sell signal, proper buy sell signals are there. I'll go to the Pine editor. I'll be able to see that strategy. Even this code is also, no, this is an older one. I'll go to the code, open the code. You see that version equal to 4. So version equal to 4 means it supports. Now, what I need to do here is, first thing I have to go and add the modules. First, save the code. First of all, you go to the code, save the code here. How you can save the code? You can make a copy, parabolic SAR strategy, and you can say like AlgoMojo automation. AlgoMojo automation. So means by default, you're having a proper code is there in your place. Now this code is what you're going to automate. I'm going to add blocks one by one. Let's say at the top, I'm going to add the block 1. So if I go to simplified algo execution, I have a code for that particular broker. So where is that particular broker's code? Even go to that sample strategy itself. So here is the super trend code for Alice Blue, Trejini, and Zebo. If you go to this code, there is a block 1 is there. So this is a block 1, right? So this is a block 1. Copy the block 1. Up to here, it's a block 1. So I'll copy the block 1 code. And I am going to go and paste it in the code over here. So at the top, most likely at top or after your input controls, you can go and paste it. So block 1 control, what it does, I'll tell you. It contains the API key and API secret key. Obviously, in my case, I had to bring my own API key and my own API secret key. So before creating the alert, first step is always go and configure the API key and API secret key. So I'm just configuring the API key. Followed by that, I'll go to the API secret key and I'll pasting that API secret key as well. Okay. Okay, now this is done. Next thing is what? Setting those values, default values, what you want to do. All those things you can set default, or you can also configure it in the controls. So once you save it, what will happen? Once you save it, automatically, if you add it to the charts as well, let's say I'll add this to the chart, add it to the chart. Now I'll be having a controls as well. So if you see that, I'll be having a trading view control, trading view strategy name, what symbol that you want to trade, which exchange you want to trade, what is the quantity, what order you want to pass, and what is the product code, what is the NRML or MAS. MAS means intraday order, NRML means carry forward order, CNC is for cash delivery, and the cover order is what it is possible. Bracket order, one have to write a separate module. And then other things are mostly related to the indicator level controls. So block 1 is done. So block 1 contains what? Only the algo parameter controls. Next comes the block 2, very, very important block. Let me tell you what those blocks is all about. So if you go to the simplified AlgoMojo execution thing, there is a block 2 is also there. Copy that block 2 as well. So paste it down below the block 1. You paste the block 2 as well. Block 2 contains message structures. The message structure, like this is the kind of messaging structure. This messaging format is what I am calling using AlgoMojo. In a JSON format. This is a JSON format data. I am filling those values dynamically. If buy entry is happening, I will send a buy signal. If sell signal is happening, I will send a sell signal automatic dynamically. That will be stored under a variable in a string format. So, okay, if it is BE means I will transmit one time of the quantity. If it is SX means I will transmit one time of a short. If it is BSR means sometimes I want to punch 2 times of the quantity. Sometimes I want to punch 1 time of the quantity. If it is only a regular exit, I want to punch only 1 time of the quantity. Sometimes there'll be a short is also happening simultaneously. Sell signal also happen. You know, right? Short means going a fresh short. Sell means exit your old long. Sometimes you have to do the same thing simultaneously. So there you have to do a stop and reverse. You have to go and sell double the times of the quantity. So short also will be there, and you also want to reverse from your sell signal also. So you have to sell double the times of quantity in that case. If you want to move from buy to sell or sell to buy, if you want to reverse your position. So accordingly, the messaging structure itself configured. But then last time I had realized that there is a small coding level problem. Let me check. The coding level problem happened around one of the things. So product is NRML. NRML I had hard coded it. Rather, what one have to do? Rather, one have to, let us say, I'll remove this. Probably one have to use. It's a small confusion last time we had. I have to fix that code. I forgot to fix that, but doesn't matter. I'll copy this block. Okay. In fact, what I want to do here is I want to do whether it is NRML or CNC. So that is stored under P code. So that is what I'm going to do here. So when you're copying it, ensure that you're correcting. I'll be updating the blog as well by today. So you remove this, and then you say here, oops, better I'll copy the entire block here. This entire block I'll copy. I'll just change it to P code. Otherwise, it will try to transmit only NRML only. No matter what, whatever you're sending, it will try to send only NRML quantity. Okay. It's supposed to be a P code here. P code, and this is also a P code. So that now it will dynamically change, get those values. Anyways, I'll be updating the code by end of the day. Doesn't matter. Because last time when I was working with a client, I find out that there is an issue with the code. I forgot to update it. But anyways, today I'll updating those codes as well. This is the module. Probably I have to update it. Okay, so this is a coding format. Now the coding format is right, good enough. And block 2 module is also done. So block 1 module contains what? API controls and AlgoMojo input controls. Block 2 contains what? API data configuration. So which information that you want to communicate to AlgoMojo dynamically, right? So you can vary the quantity, depends upon different styles of signals. As I said, one-time punching, double the times order punching. So those kind of dynamic controls can be arrived using this formula. Now the third block, it's a very, very important block in this specific code. If you scroll down, there is a backtesting control. This is the third block. In fact, I'll copy the code. I'll go to AlgoMojo. I'll go to the code, and probably I'll tell you where you should add this code. This backtesting control, you should add, or you can add anywhere probably. So because it's totally independent of everything. So you can add everywhere, and anywhere you can go and add it. So there is no restriction on that. So maybe here I'll add it at the next to that module itself. I'll go and add, I'll save it. Okay. So nothing much you have to change it. You can save it as it is. It says start is already defined. That means what? Line number 60, start is already defined. Okay, they are using start here also, here also. So I'll give a change in variable here. I'll say I start, and here also I'll say I start. Okay. So that it will not mess up. So because already start is used, this variable is used, you cannot use it twice. So I'm just giving a different variable to that. So save the strategy. It should not have any errors. Okay. So it is not having any errors. So block 3 module is also done. So block 3 is all about what? Block 1, block 2, and block 3 module is all about backtesting module. I'll tell you, it is very important when it comes to execution also. This is auto trading backtesting controls. Backtesting controls. Okay, backtesting controls. And algo execution control. Execution controls. particularly for positional trading, it is very, very important. Okay, so I'm done up to this. Block 3, this is, we can call this as a block 3 module. Block 3 module, and then finally the block 3 ending module. I'll put it like this. So all these 3 modules you can add simultaneously. That is not a big deal at all. But the 4th module, you have to be a little bit careful, because it is not only configuring straight away, but you also have to check where you should add it. You should add where the buy signal and sell signal, the par SC, par LE is configured finally. So maybe finally they had configured. You can see that par LE, par SC is what they had configured over here. In an uptrend, they are calling par SC. So if this uptrend, right? If uptrend, that means it is a long signal. Else it is a short signal. So in this case, this is where little bit of coding knowledge is required. Otherwise, rest everything, anybody can code it. Only the last module, somebody needs to know how to code it. So in my case, if it is a long is equal to buy signal, short condition equal to sell signal. That is what one can do. So what another thing what they can do here is, probably they can, after configuring this, so in this case, if it is an uptrend, what I should do? If it is uptrend, then probably I should say, I can simply copy this. And this is for which broker? Okay. So this is, you can call this as block 4 module. For uptrend, if it is uptrend, then I'll take only the buy only. Only the buy condition. Okay. So if it's an uptrend, this is what I'm going to do here. So I'm going to replace long signal with uptrend. Or I can also say like uptrend equal to long condition. Uptrend equals long condition. Okay. Oops. Long condition equal to uptrend. Long condition equals uptrend. And likewise, if it is else, automatically it is going to be a downtrend only. In case of downtrend, what we can do? Is there anything like a downtrend here? They don't have a downtrend at all. So in this case, the coding will be a bit slightly different over here. Where is the SC? So they don't have an SC. Just give me a second. I'll try to check. I'll go back a little bit. This code methodology is a bit different, but it can be fixed. So block 3 is done. I'll go to the finally, if it is uptrend, they are saying par SC. Par SC is a short signal, right? Par SC is a short signal. Par LE is long signal. So here, I don't know why, if it is an uptrend, they are shorting, I don't know. But here, since it is a short, I'll also bring shorting module over here. So I'm just copy this short signal module. And I'm going to keep it inside the logic over here. Short stop. So I'm going to short the strategy. So I'm going to say like the short condition itself uptrend equals uptrend. So every time the uptrend is coming in, every time the uptrend can be either true or false. If it is true, then that true will be assigned to short condition, and sell signal will be happening over here. And for the buy signal, it's the same thing I'm going to do here. If the else is getting triggered, automatically we I have to go to this specific module. So I have to set the long condition. If else is getting triggered, obviously long condition is true only. Long condition equals true. So maybe I can do like this. So if in uptrend, I'll say short condition equal to true, then I will send short orders. Else, if long condition is true, then automatically I will try to trigger a short condition over here. So if I save it, code will be ready in this case. This is the case, a small modification. One need to have a small idea about how to configure the strategy. So here it says, like in line number 128, there is a mismatch in strategy.entry expecting end of the line without first line continuation. How exactly it happens? Probably I have to give a tab. That's what I is asking out for. So indentation is very important. If in case if you are using down below if, you have to put a tab as well. So here also get tab, a tab over the strategy. After the if, you have to give a tab over here. Okay. So now I'll save it. I think there should not be any errors to my knowledge. Okay. So it means the strategy is ready. So all you have to do is a simple alignment. So in this code, what I'm trying to say here is, if there is no open position, then you send only one time of the quantity of sell signal. If there is open position is there, already open position is there, then double the quantity. You see the numbers? I am trying to punch only one lot over here. Quantity is 1. So it is saying 2 over here. What does that mean? It's trying to double the position. Here also it's trying to double. Here also it is trying to double the position. So if it is an intraday strategy, you don't need to worry about those things. You can just simply configure. But if it is a positional strategy, yes, you should configure about the backtesting time also. So if it is a positional strategy, let us say I'm running the strategy on a 1 minute time frame. Today I started running here in the morning. You see that morning, if I'm running here, my very first signal itself, it is having a 2 lots. Maybe I'll go to something like 5 minute time frame. If you see here, the very first signal itself, it is taking 2 times. So if morning buy signal is happening, it always double the quantity. If your quantity that you are setting over here, let us say here you are setting the quantity as 5 quantity. Okay. That quantity will be set over here. It will be trying to double every time. So the 2 represents 2 times the quantity is what it's going to happen over here. So I want to reduce it to 1 time, because maybe in the morning, I'm just going to take it fresh. Today only I'm trading the strategy. I don't want to double the quantity. Otherwise, what will happen if the quantity is, let's say 5, it is double the times. So then 10 lots will be punched. So instead of doing that, what I'll do is I'll go to the settings. I'll go and enter today's date. From here, I'll mention as 2021. 2 month, I'll mention as 09. And 2 date, I'll mention as like 1. So month is 10, right? So I'll say like 10. So I'm going to put today's date. So if it is today's date, what will happen? Is this today's date? Of course, this is yesterday's one. I have to pull up today's one. Today's one is here. So here's today's one. Is the settings are done properly? Month is supposed to be 10, right? Month is supposed to be 10. So you see that the moment I put today's date over here, first signal is taking only 1 quantity. So means if I am starting today fresh, morning itself you should start. That is another important thing. So the most important thing is if you are starting positional trades using Algo Mojo and TradingView, then ensure before market start, you are creating the alert, because then only create the alert with that specified start date under the block 3. Block 3 is what? Backtesting module. Okay, this is very, very important point for a positional trading strategy. Even for intraday strategy also, please create it before the market starts. Otherwise, what will happen? Unnecessarily, you'll try to double. So here, first trade, I don't want to double it. After that, after subsequent trades only, I want to keep on doubling it. Right? So I also do one thing. I'll copy this strategy as well. So this strategy is having a complete code. So this code, I'll just copy it. You can also compare with the code as well. I'll do one thing. I'll go and paste it in the paste bin. So paste bin is a code where we can share codes. So this code is what you can refer. And probably I'll syntax highlighting, I'll make it like something like C, never expire. So I'll create a login with Google. I'll create this URL. Oh, it's asking for a name. Anyways, I'll go Mojo, create my account. Maybe it might be asking me, it says email is verified. Thank you. So what I have to do, paste the code again, syntax highlighting. I'll make it C, never expiry, no password, nothing, no folders. Probably I'll say like Algo Mojo. This is like a Trade Genie sample code automation. I'll create a new paste. Yeah, so here is the code. You can use this. I'll also transmitting over the chat box. So this code is a proper code with the multiple modules. All the 4 modules are included over here. And for reference, you can always watch those other simplified algo execution controls as well. So I think, anyways, this session is also recorded. Later on, you can, maybe after 1 hour or so, you'll be able to access the processed video. So kindly ensure that with this, you can fit any of your trading strategy to automation. That is easily possible. All right. Let me also address a couple of questions asked by the users. So one of the user is asking, Mr. Bonesh is asking, will Algo Mojo message take stop loss and profit configured in TradingView, or it will take only buy and sell? It also takes stop loss and profit target also. So that it's not like it will not take it at all. But in that case, you have to work on the limit orders. Right. So, or you can trigger, you have to have a strong knowledge on strategy.entry, strategy.exit, how to trigger an stop loss order, target orders. So all those things, yes, automation is possible. It's not like it is not possible. So Abhishek Saxena is asking, sir, after class, please answer one query. I am using TradingView webbook URL to send orders to CE and PE options by running indicators on Bank Nifty future charts using place F&O options order. I'm able to place at the money orders by putting offset 0. After placing order, when I want to book target or stop loss by triggering alert from strategy on the same strike, which I got entry, how to do this? At the money changes. See, there is a different solution, Abhishek. You have to use it. You cannot use place F&O options order, because entry you can do that. Exit is not possible using place F&O options order, because as you said, at the money options keep on changing. right? What you should be doing here is you should be able to dynamically build the symbol itself, right? So you have to, let's say, for example, what you have to do here is, I'll give a simple idea how you can build it. I know Abhishek Saxena and Darshan Pandya both are from the trading background. So hence I'm just giving an idea what you should do. So you should do the at the money calculation in TradingView itself. So I'll give you a small idea how you can do that. So you have a TradingView. It can be, let's say, Nifty, or let's say, we'll call it as a Bank Nifty spot charts, spot or future charts, Let it be whatever it is. Now from here, you have to derive at the money option symbol. Okay, from the option symbol, you have to derive your broker symbol. First you have to derive the option strike. From the option strike, you have to derive the trading symbol. What is the trading symbol? According to your broker, depends upon the broker to broker, the symbol varies. So trading symbol you have to derive. And from here, what you have to do? One have to do what? Derive at the money strike, derive the trading symbol. And from that, you have to store it. You have to store it also, because, and then you have to use place order to that particular symbol. While exiting, right, you have to read that particular symbol. Read the symbol. So what are the symbol it is? You have to store it in a temporary memory. So store it temporarily in a variable. And then read that symbol from temporary variable, and then you can use it to exit using the same place order only. Place order itself. You cannot use place F&O option order. In this case, you have to use the place order only. Place F&O options orders are useful when you're using in AMI broker kind of things. The problem with TradingView is TradingView uses webhook. So means it is more of a directional. It's one way. It's more of a one way, right? It's so that you cannot use it. You cannot know what is the response we are getting from AlgoMojo. So if you are using AMI broker, maybe in that case, place F&O options order making is useful. So in that case, it is more of a API driven. So it is more of a bidirectional. That works. In this case, it works. In case of AMI broker, it works. You can use place F&O options order because it is bidirectional. AMI broker knows what broker is sending, or broker knows what AMI broker is sending. Whereas in TradingView, since it is one-way communication, it is always recommended to use place order only. All right. So that is the end learning that one have to have it, and ensure that you're also understanding those other important points that we discussed here. So these are the list of points that we discussed. Total, we discussed almost how many points? I think we had discussed some 6 points. So these are the points that you have to ensure for a smooth operation if you are using a TradingView application. I hope you have a fair idea how to connect TradingView strategy with AlgoMojo. If you have any support requirement, what you can do here is you can also go to AlgoMojo and you can raise a support ticket. So there is a support ticket facility is there. You can raise a support ticket and you can start creating a ticket, and our team will be looking into that. If you are not able to code your own strategy, you can you can ask our team to connect and then provide a support, and then our team will be trying to look through your code, and then they will be connecting those all those 4 blocks. But you have to come up with your own trading strategy. All right. I guess that explains most of your questions. Let me know if in case any of the questions are missed or you are looking for a technical support, please consider raising a AlgoMojo support ticket. So next time I'll see you soon with more interesting sessions. Maybe next week we'll try to talk about Excel based automation, which is a long pending one. I thought like next week we'll talk about Excel sheet based automation. See you next week. Thank you.